Hey guys, I was listening to this story one time and it just, man, it really rocked my world. But there were these friends who were going to meet with a guy that they loved dearly, but the guy was going through an awful lot. He was going through some physical ailments. He had gone through some family disappointments. He'd gone through an awful lot in his life. And they were going to him because they wanted to ask one simple question. How is it that you make it through all of this and still have a good spirit about you? That doesn't mean he was always in a good mood, but they recognized that somehow through everything that he had been through, that there was an amazing spirit about him. And that spirit was God, but even the best of us can get beat up. So they went to his house and they said, look, we understand what you're going through. We understand you're going through the physical ailments. We understand you're going through the emotional ailments, that your family has had some disappointments, some tragedy, and yet you keep smiling and you keep serving God. How is that possible in the midst of all that you are going through? The man looked at him and smiled and he said, listen, he said, it's not easy. It's very hard. He said, but I have found that if I will creep just a little bit closer and sneak just a little bit closer to the one who holds the rod, that I find comfort right there. You see, friends, here's the thing. You say, well, Ryan, God's afflicting me? Well, no. But everything that happens has to be allowed, okay? Everything, and many times, our sin can take us through things. But many times, it's others' sin that can take us through things. And so God, his rod and his staff, they comfort me. The rod and the staff were for different things. The rod for a little bit of whipping, the staff to reach around with a crook, to pull back, to pull somebody in, and to say, pull them out of danger. So many times God is in the midst of allowing things and doing things to create a warrior inside of us, and allowing things so that we can go through and be an example to others. Because folks, this suffering on this side, the Bible says, cannot compare to what God is preparing for us on the other side, which is eternity. This little blip on the radar called life is going to be so quick, it's going to be over one day. And when it is, we're going to spend eternity with the Lord if we're born again. And it is going to be magnificent. I have not seen, nor ear heard, nor has entered into the heart of man that which God has prepared for those who love him. But right here, the affliction is hard. Draw closer to God, and man, he will comfort you. He will he will put you in the pastures of green grass. He will lie you beside still waters. He will lay you beside still waters. He will restore your soul. Does that mean that all bad things are going to go away? No. As long as we're on this side, they're going to keep coming. But the key to Christian joy is to draw closer to him. One more quick story and I'm done. All of our kids did not like to be disciplined. There's no doubt about it. Nobody does. I don't like it. But I'll tell you this, Knox was so odd this way. Knox, our youngest son, when I would spank him, he would turn around. Now, sometimes he would cry, but he always turned around at some point and grabbed on to us because he wanted to know that we still loved him. It would mess me up. I had never experienced anything like that in my life. Folks, when you're going through either discipline or training or boot camp, don't run from God. Turn around and grab hold of him. Oh, and you will feel a peace that passes all understanding. And he will create in you someone everybody can say, how are they being so strong? It's because of the one who holds the rod I'm closest to. Love you guys. Bye-bye.